Kenya outlaws homosexuality, considering it a crime against nature, punishable by up to 14 years in prison. But authorities are more supportive of Kenyans who are born with both or ambiguous sex organs, intersex people. A government task force formed last year has been asked to make recommendations for laws and policies to protect intersex people from discrimination and hate. Mwaura has more from Nairobi.
Born 29 years ago as Ruth Mwihaki, Ryan Mwaura faced stigma and abuse and attempted suicide 3 times before taking on his new identity as a man. Ryan says his bad memories started at the age of 5.
I'm not attracted to any girls' games. So my life had been all alone. I was all alone without friends, without interacting with boys, and at the same time with girls. Until when now I get the age of puberty, that's where the things turns allowed to me. Like all my expectation was in vain. Like maybe expected to grow like a normal girl, you know, to have breasts, to have hips and all that. But that never happens. Instead, I started becoming masculine.
Kenyan Senator Isaac Mwaura has asked his colleagues in Parliament to pass a motion signaling support for intersex people.
When I started out, we didn't know the right terminology, because if you look at my motion, it is gender identity disorder. And when I was told about the issue of intersex, I was a bit hesitant, because the only time I had heard about intersex people was in relation to LGBT, so LGBTI. And, you know, it's an anathema to discuss those things in this country.
A 2009 birth of a baby with ambiguous genitalia at a Nairobi hospital forced the issue of intersex people into the courts. Hospital staff put a question mark next to the box designating the gender, and the child was not given a birth certificate. In 2014, a court ordered the government to issue a birth certificate to the child and ordered the Attorney General to name a task force that will develop policies for support of intersex persons. Petronilla Mukanda is a member of the task force, which completed its work last month.
We as a task force recommend that there be recognition of intersex persons right from birth. So can we have a marker, an intersex marker eye?
Meanwhile, Mwaura is working to amend 2 laws, the Registration of Persons and the Registration of Births and Deaths Acts. Right now, all Kenyans must be listed as male or female under those acts. The proposed amendment will make intersex a 3rd category. Mwaura for VOA News, Nairobi.